Howdy, folks. General back to you. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something that most people know, that's industrial and stuff. Painting with pop-top cans and stuff. They taught me when when you're using pop-top paint, but it's industrial paint, it shakes a little different. Most people just shake it like this right here, which is fine and dandy. I mean, it's going to stir it up. But industrial paint's a lot heavier duty. And this stuff right here is about as close to industrial paint as you can get. And no, they're not telling me paying me anything to tell you that. I'm just saying that's the best paint I've ever used out of a pop-top can. All right. Way you do this, right here's level, okay? Tip that thing down just a little bit like that. Okay, you've got a glass marble in there, just a marble about that big. In here, that's what that rattle is. All premium paint have got a glass marble. That real cheap, dirt cheap paint it may spray and it may not, it's got an iron slug in there. Okay? All right. Tip that thing over about a 60-degree angle like that toward the top and go around this way. I'll put it up here like that. Okay, that's running that marble around and around in the very top of that can, around the spray nozzle doolal, and then slowly change your angle to more level. And what that's doing, that's running that marble around, just slowly working it down. As you change the angle of it, that thing's running around this way till it gets down here, and then you change ends where you've got some more room, and that thing's running around here, and as you raise this up, it's moving that moving ball on down this way. So in essence, you're scraping the sides of the inside of the can. That way all of the pigment and everything and the filler and all that stuff is getting mixed up. And it's not just leaving it on the sides of the can. And possibly the ball going by every once in a while and hitting it. Now this is for industrial paint. And of course it'll work on any paint. There's a little more to this than just the average Joe. But this is what you ought to do to start with. And if you pick it up and you rattle it and it doesn't rattle, bump it on something. Bump it on the side of your workbench and it'll knock that little marble loose. Don't hit it on this part. Hit it on that rim right there and just bump it. And I'm not talking about knocking the poo out of it. I'm talking about just a gentle bump. And you'll hear that marble jump in there. That's all you're trying to do is jar that thing loose because it's sit there and stuck itself. So you want to get it started running like that. Change that thing, and you can feel that marble going by your hand on the inside there, the way the rattle is, and then change ends and do it again. After you do that for about a minute, then do your normal shake. Now you ought to do this right here about every minute of time. Okay. They say to average about 2 minutes of shaking before you ever do anything. Because there's no telling how long it's set on the shelf and it's separated and all that mess. All right. Next thing on the agenda. When you spray this, a lot of people spray like this in a rounded pattern. I got to pause this because I'm fixing to sneeze my brains out. Alrighty. Sneeze my brains out. Anyway, to make a long story endless, you want to keep this paint can the same distance away from what you're painting all over. Okay, so you're running parallel strips like this. When you start moving the can, then you mash the button. Don't mash the button and then start moving your can. That way you don't have to worry about a puddle running. When it's moving, mash your button, go down. Just before you stop moving, let your finger up off the button. And then when you start moving again, mash the button and then let it off just before you get to the end of your run. And go ahead and paint on past your the surface you're doing. That way you won't have a turnaround puddle that'll run. So that's just a few little tips of using a pop top can for spraying. And if you do little DIY stuff like that I do, like a lot of folks does, you're not going to mix the paint and run it through the filter and charge the line and all that stuff, and paint the thing with a air pump and a pump head, spray head, and all that. You're just going to get a pop top can and paint the thing. This is what my company, or the company that I worked for, taught me. And I think the company that does Rust-Oleum anyway did the seminar thing. And this certain set bunch of us went, and I was on the workplace design team, and I did a lot of painting of safety stuff. So they sent me too. So this is professional learning that I'm giving you. So anyway, y'all like and subscribe, hit the bell and make comments. And make comments. I love to read comments and answer them and give you a little old red heart and all that stuff. All the goodies that goes with it. Love you guys. It's General. I'm out.